I've been accepted to Penn State, and so that's where I'm gonna go. I got accepted into the nursing program out there. They have a really good nursing program, that's an obvious example, but I also kind of just wanted to get away from here, from New Mexico. I wanted to know what it's like to actually be on my own and experience everything that life has. And so that's what I'm pursuing. But it definitely makes me nervous. It freaks me out a little bit to be going so far. When I was a kid, I wanted to be a snow cone man. Driving the trucks around. It definitely changed. But more realistic, I had always wanted to do something with helping animals. I had wanted to be a veterinarian. And I think that kind of shifted when I realized I got my first job at SAFE. And so I kind of realized how much I like being around kids and helping people. And so then that's where I kind of shifted over to nursing. I never believed that. I never thought I'm gonna miss high school. I was gonna be so happy to be gone. But now that I'm here, I know I'm gonna miss it. I had a good time being here. And I think the best advice is definitely just to it sounds so cliche, but really live in the moment and be willing to put yourself out there. Because that is how I made my high school experience so fun. I feel my greatest accomplishment at the moment is getting into one of the top schools that I did want to go to. And then also just, I don't know, I feel really making it out of New Mexico, because I feel a lot of people say oh, I want to move out, and it doesn't necessarily happen, but I'm proud of myself for taking that step and not only getting accepted into college, but being willing enough to go so far alone. I'm feeling pretty nervous. I'm excited though, I'm excited to graduate. It's a big day. I'm just a little nervous about reading everyone's name. As of right now, I've been finishing everything, the orientations and everything for Penn State, and then I'll be leaving at the end of July. I'm nervous to be alone and everything, and to just be somewhere completely different, but I'm still very excited. I want the change, I want something new. I don't know, I feel I've just grown much more as a person in general. I'm more comfortable with doing things that make me uncomfortable. I would like to think I'm pretty prepared. I think I'm well prepared and everything. I do think that there's going to be things that happen that I'm not necessarily ready for, but I feel that's with any situation. There's stuff that I'm never going to be able to prepare myself for. But I think as of things I can control, I think I'm good.
The past few months since I graduated, it's been quite peaceful, interesting route. I've kind of missed school in some ways, the experience for sure. Most of the time I've been around the house helping my grandma still. My parents did not allow me to get a job or start my driver's license until I move out, which will be today. So I'm going to be graduating and moving out at the same time. It's crazy to think, because just a few days ago it felt like I was in middle school, elementary. I'm not going to be seeing my parents every day. It's definitely going to be new. I'm going to have control of my own life for sure. I'm going to have to fend for myself, and it's going to be different. I feel pretty prepared. I've wanted this for a long time, but it came really fast. I'd say I earned this because in the beginning of my high school years, I wasn't always too focused or focused on school. And moving to Independence, they showed me how much school really is. So moving to Independence, I focused and I really worked harder than I've ever worked in school before, and it was a lot. I'd say my greatest accomplishment is graduating early and having a C&M class as a senior early. Right after this, I'm going to work until throughout the summer, and then once fall season starts, I'm going to enroll for C&M and finish my welding certificate. I feel like in 10 years, I will hopefully be running my own business. I want to have an automotive business, and the best advice I've gotten is just keep pushing. Every day is a new stride, and my grandma always tells me that I should always focus on school and do what I want to do and what makes me feel happy. Always surround myself by supportive people who bring you up and not bring you down. And she always says, watch what you put in your body. She always tells me that. I would love for my mother to be here. She was also a student at Independence. Sadly, when in her youth, she took the wrong path, and it sucks. I had a lot of family who went to Independence. a lot of aunts and both my parents. And neither of my parents graduated, but I am. But I wish my mom was here to see it. I was actually voted class clown by Independence. They know I'm a very outgoing and funny person, and I always like to keep people happy. I tell all the teachers and staff at Independence, thank you so much. I couldn't have graduated without you guys.
Being the first class of Rio Tech, I feel like we've really had a little bit of leeway in a sense, like we've really gotten by just to get by, but at the end of the day, I feel like we've had a good year and our senior welding class has really bonded a lot over that. I see my life going with the fire service and then hopefully having a house soon after that, and then that's kind of the plan right now. And almost since came out the womb, I really wanted to be a firefighter. All my costumes have been firefighter, that's just who I wanted to be. I'm really looking forward because I feel like me and my parents have planned for this and I know what I want to do and where I want to be in the future. And obviously there could be a little bit of things that change that, but I think as a whole we have an idea of where we're going to be. 10 years, I would hope to have a house and a kid or two and be in the fire service. I feel like my favorite memory would be here at Rio Tech. A week ago, we came out here and we camped in the parking lot and just had a camp out for our last senior night and then cooked breakfast out here. So winning Skills this year was a big accomplishment for us. Skills is a worldwide competition that's held to test mostly blue-collar skills like plumbing and stuff like that. We did welding fabrication, which is we had to build a project in a set amount of time. They gave us all the material, but we just had to build it. I think we really did good at that. We did better than we thought we were going to do. We finished the table, which was unheard of in the competition except for college teams. And so we pretty much got second in the whole thing if you count college. I'm excited because it's kind of the final step. Even though we've been done in school for 3 weeks, it's just the final step. My mom and my grandma are super excited. They're super emotional about it, especially my grandma. But they're all very happy. Because I think back on it, like, if I didn't come to Rio Tech, like how would my life be? I think my life would be pretty different because Rio Tech has really helped me throughout the whole schooling experience and just made it a lot easier in total. I would say I've done better at schooling because of Rio Tech because it's more function to the way my brain works, like it's more hands-on. I think other students that are more like-minded to being hands-on and work in a little bit harder work than just book work and stuff like that, I would say definitely come to this school. As part of the first class in Rio Tech, I think that we've been held to a higher standard. I think it's really cool what we've done. We've kind of set a bar for the incoming classes to reach, and hopefully they get that and more.
School's been very nice. Cyber, senior year has been a lot more relaxed than every other year here so far. Definitely because I have less classes. I've only got 3. Oh, I feel happy I chose to go to Cyber. I plan on going to UNM so I can join their esports team, computer science. Graduation day will be like, I think I will feel nervous because there's a lot of people going to be watching me. If I can go back and do one thing over, I would probably have joined our esports team in our first year that we started here. It's a lot of fun. I like to play video games. I like the competition side of it. So we went to state championships for Madden, Mario Kart, and League of Legends. We got first in Madden. Final outcome was first place in state. Oh, very exciting. I was like, I just want 1 gold medal. Oh, I get a gold medal for first? That's lovely. In 10 years, I think I'll have a job at probably some company, maybe the government, for IT.
I've just expected this to happen for a long time. Not really surprised by it at all. From everything I've heard about college, it's going to be a lot easier. schoolwork-wise compared to high school. There's probably gonna be a lot less work for me to do because I'm not taking 10 classes all at once. I feel excited and happy that I can go back to working 6 days a week. Cyber Academy is a lot more relaxed until you get to your finals. Then it locks down within like 2 weeks before your finals. They're like, all right, rush, get to your finals. The best part of Cyber Academy was probably the help from the teachers I could get whenever I needed it.
I'm less confused now than I was in the beginning of the year. I finally made my choice of where I want to go, what I want to do, and who I want to be. And that's just a big weight that has gotten off my shoulders. I'm still working, I'm still maintaining a high GPA, and I'm still a part of all the clubs I was since the beginning of the year. I chose to go to UNM Honors College. I'm going to continue going into pre-law. I want to eventually become a civil rights lawyer. I'm a part of all the honor classes and stuff. They have a maximum of 17 kids in there, so it's going to be a lot of more one-on-one, and I think that'll be the most comfortable for me. I've always wanted to do civil rights law because not only do you need brain, but you need compassion and empathy, and I think I have the heart for it. My greatest accomplishment is just being a part of all these clubs, not just being in them, but showing up. I built a lot of connections and I made friends, and I think it's taught me really important stuff because I'm not forced to be there, but I choose to be there. Best Buddies specifically has taught me patience and just kindness, and it's taught me to be a better friend overall and just more aware of people's emotions and stuff. The best advice I got in high school is probably to not worry what others think. Everyone is so worried about themselves, they don't have time to worry about you. Don't make permanent decisions based on a lot of emotions and stuff, because high school is always going to be full of those intense moments with relationships, friend drama, grades, but none of it defines you at all. In the earlier years of high school, I was kind of scared and almost just embarrassed of everything, I just was so worried about fitting in, but now I'm a part of more clubs and doing what I need to do, and I stopped worrying about what other people think, and it just made things so much easier when you stop caring. At this point in life, I'm a lot more confident and sure in myself. Even just a couple months ago, I was still applying for colleges and just really uncertain about everything. But after I made the decision to stay here, regardless of what other people are saying or if they're disappointed in my decision, I chose to stay here for myself. I think just being more confident in all those choices have made things a lot less stressful for me. I just know the direction I'm heading to and who I want to be. In 10 years from now, I still see myself as a respected lawyer, hopefully running my own practice or being my own boss. I see myself in a home that I built, maybe even married, and I hope to have traveled to a lot more countries by then. I'll remember all my friends and everything that I've been taught here, especially teachers. I'm starting to realize and learning to appreciate teachers more and stuff, even the ones back into kindergarten, all 12 years.
I'm really excited just to finally be done. This is just the last step I've been waiting for. I'm gonna be living alone starting in August, so it's a lot coming up. I just wanted the college experience. I don't want to rely on my parents anymore. I just thought you're never gonna be ready just to go on your own, but you gotta force yourself out there. It's the first time, but it's not gonna be my last graduation. I'm not prepared, but I'm ready. People always say it goes by fast and you never believe them until it's really the end. Destination graduation, I would say, has just been really special to me, that I've been chosen and stuff. And also just with the questions you asked me really have me thinking it reminds me it's the end and I have so much ahead of me now.